opening acrobatic volley into the back of the net, giving Interior all 3 points. These are the types of goals hardly seen in the GFA First Division League, but this one is going to be a potential candidate, or this one is going to be the goal of the season. If not the goal of the season, it is going to be a candidate for the goal of the season. In the other results, Brikama United and Hawks shared the points in a goalless draw, whilst earlier on Saturday, Real de Banjul's title defense suffered another setback after a 0-0 draw with Bakau United. The Gambia Armed Forces lost 2-1 to the Gambia Ports Authority. And finally, Samga and Young Africans settled for a goalless draw. After week 15, these are the standings in the First Division League table. Steve Biko still on course to win their first league title, leading the table with 27 points. 4 points ahead of the defending champions, Real de Banjul, in second place with 23 points. Gamtel move up to third with 22 points. Bakau United in fourth place with 21 points. At the bottom of the table, you have Samga on 16 points in 10th place, Seaview with 15 points, and Young Africans remains at the bottom of the table with 14 points. Attention now shift to week 16, and these are the fixtures. On Saturday, Hawks will play against Real de Banjul in the Banjul Derby at the KG5 Mini Stadium. Armed Forces will lock horns with Bakau United at the Boxbar Mini Stadium in Brikama. And league leader Steve Biko will take on third place Gamtel at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Then on Sunday, it will be Young Africans against Brikama United at the KG5 Mini Stadium. Samga will host Seaview at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. And week 16 will wrap up with Interior versus Gambia Ports Authority at the Boxbar Mini Stadium in Brikama. Momodes Diallo, Sports Tonight.
The Gambia's under-19 football team are the newly crowned champions of the Umbria football tournament in Italy. The Young Scorpions beat China 1-0 in the final on Sunday to win the trophy, with the only goal of the game scored by Mamadou Badji in the 33rd minute of the game. 8 countries took part in the tournament, and the victorious under-19 players, led by coach Peter Bonu Johnson, returned home Tuesday morning and were received on arrival by the Minister of Youth and Sports, Aliou K. Jammeh, and members of the GFA Normalizing Committee.
Last week, Sir Alex Ferguson stunned the footballing world after announcing that he would be retiring at the end of the season. Ferguson spent 26 years at Old Trafford, transforming Manchester United into one of the biggest and most successful football clubs in the world. This was how United fans described the man who has won the 38 trophies.
United fans will perhaps feel his departure most. A whole generation of supporters have grown up knowing only Sir Alex Ferguson in charge of their club.
27 years is never going to happen again, and obviously the amount of trophies he's won, I don't think it'll ever be repeated.
He's done everything he can, he's won everything. I don't think there's anybody else that can match it.
He's come in, he's stamped his authority on the club, he's built the club from the bottom up, and now, you know, he's left a wonderful legacy for the next manager, whoever it is that comes in.
Without Sir Alex, God knows where we'd be. So he's done everything for this club. He is Manchester United, and always will be.
As the news is digested by everyone connected to Manchester United, there is a great deal of sadness that this glorious era for the club has come to an end. Sir Alex Ferguson will now become a club director and ambassador. He will never be forgotten. He will always be remembered as the greatest ever manager for Manchester United, and perhaps the greatest ever manager English football has ever seen.
Well, I'm delighted to be joined now by Clayton Blackmore, who played under Sir Alex Ferguson here at Old Trafford. What's your reaction to this news, Clayton?
Obviously very shocked at the time. I think everybody knew one day it was going to happen, but we've just come back from Glasgow where he was watching us play, and then I think he jumped in a car just after the game to come down and watch the reserves, and we were trying to figure out, well, that's not really what a person who's going to retire from his job would be doing, you know, travelling that far just to, you know, to watch the reserves. And I don't think there was a lot on the game.
The success that he's had here at Manchester United as well over the time he's been here has been incredible, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is, and you know, I spoke about it today that, you know, when he came to the club, he didn't just come straight into a successful team. You know, we were struggling at the time, and it took him 3 or 4 years to build a team. I was lucky enough to be here at the start and all the way through to when we won the first Premier League, and you could feel it happening in the first 3 or 4 years. You could feel the team getting stronger and better. He's bringing better players in. and you know, you need a little bit of time as a manager to build your own team.
Well, it's incredible to think really that Sir Alex Ferguson took charge of this club on the 6th of November 1986. He replaced the sacked Ron Atkinson and inherited a struggling squad and a sleeping giant of a football club. But how does the Manchester United of 1986 compare to the Manchester United of 2013? Here's Matt Gooderick.
It's easy to forget that in 1986 Alex Ferguson took over a club in decline. Manchester United were second from bottom in England's top division and without a league title in 19 years. 26 seasons on, United are a global brand full of world-class talent. 13 league titles, 2 Champions League trophies. Fergie leaves Old Trafford as the most successful manager of the Premier League era.
It's been our biggest character. Certainly the Premier League's been going for 21 years. Manchester United have been our standard-bearer club, but right behind that is this big character who's won 13 titles in 21 years. He is quite simply the biggest named individual that we've had in the league.
Sir Alex has made sure United have evolved with the times for over a quarter of a century. He's produced a conveyor belt of talent over the years. Names such as Beckham, Scholes and Giggs all describe Ferguson as a father figure.
For me personally, you know, I met him when I was 13 and he's been the biggest impact on my career. You know, he knows me inside out and he's just been a massive influence, and obviously the relationship's changed from, you know, 13-year-old lad to an experienced player within the dressing room who, you know, he can talk to about different things. So, I mean, he's not only a great manager, but he's a great person, and he's helped me immensely for over 20 years now, 25 years.
Fergie's successor will have big shoes to fill. The new manager will be reminded of his predecessor by the stand bearing Ferguson's name and the statue outside Old Trafford. Ferguson's legacy is that United are now expected to compete for trophies every season.
They're now recognised as one of the best, or the biggest, I would say the biggest 3 clubs in the world if you take the 2 Spanish giants, and they've got a good side. They've got some young players still there, and you know, whoever takes over, it's a safe bet they're going to be in the top 2 of the league next year.
Ferguson has developed a blueprint for success at Old Trafford. Time will tell if United can continue that dominance without him at the helm. One thing's for sure, football will never see a manager of Ferguson's like again.
Well, he might be stepping and going out, but Ferguson will forever remain one of the most successful football managers to grace English football, and his legacy will live on for ages.
One of the reasons Sir Alex has remained in charge for so long is no doubt down to his success and key signings such as the mercurial Frenchman Eric Cantona and the youth policy he introduced in the early 1990s, and the support shown by some key figures at the club.
I came at Bobby Charlton and Sir Matt. They were a comforting part for me, in the sense I knew they could understand what I was trying to achieve, and they knew I was embracing to bring back youth into the club and work in the youth system. And I think that that's what great clubs should be about.
During his reign, Sir Alex has seen off challenges from Arsenal, Chelsea and also their city neighbours becoming noisy for the first time in 40-odd years. Ferguson's achievements were saluted by United earlier this season, erecting a bronze statue outside Old Trafford to honour the Premier League's longest-serving manager. Having finally made the decision to bring the curtain down on a remarkable managerial reign at Old Trafford, he does so as Britain's most successful manager, in trophy terms by some considerable distance, after claiming his 49th piece of silverware with his final title win.
You're watching Sports Tonight. This is a special tribute to Sir Alex Ferguson.
After announcing that he was retiring, Sir Alex Ferguson coached his final home game at Old Trafford, and after 26 years and 38 trophies at United, the squad had goodbye to the fans who were there for him and the team through thick and thin. What a momentous and emotional send-off for the 71-year-old gaffer.
It was a day of thank yous, goodbyes and celebrations as Sir Alex Ferguson stepped out at Old Trafford as manager for the final